Oh God, I've missed you guys. It's been 3 years. Just getting my phone set up on this oatmeal box because I don't have a tripod, but I do have an oatmeal box. Okay, here we go. This isn't a woodworking video, so I hope you'll still take a moment to listen to what I have to say, and I'll keep it really short. YouTube emailed me and they said, "Listen, man, you haven't posted a video in over 3 years. That's a problem." And I said, "Okay, sure, but what am I supposed to post about? I don't woodwork anymore." And they said, "Don't care. Post a video in the next 30 days or we're demonetizing your channel." And I don't want that to happen. I worked really hard on my channel and there's a lot of good information. I think I really contributed to the woodworking community with my channel and I don't want it to get demonetized. There's no reason for that. That's harsh. So this is me making a video about me not making a video so that I don't get demonetized by a robot. And I guess I could take this moment to tell you guys where I've been. I haven't done that because I don't think anybody really cares. If you care, you can listen. If you don't, just like, comment, subscribe, move on. And so YouTube will stop yelling at me. You know, that's all I'm trying to do. I don't want to bother you guys. But for those of you who do care, I developed an allergy to wood. So I had to stop woodworking. It was awful. I had to grieve it. Obviously, that was a huge part of who I was. I worked really hard at getting to the level that I did, and it's where I got a lot of my enjoyment from. That's where, like, all my creativity, everything came out in my woodworking, and I was really proud of what I accomplished, and it was just taken from me in an instant. So I had to grieve that, but I also have real life, so I have bills to pay. I was stuck in a lease that I couldn't get out of for the wood shop. I had to let employees go. Um, I had an espresso machine, and I had some furniture. And so I decided to transform my wood shop into a coffee shop. Uh, and I worked really, really hard on that because I didn't know a lot about coffee other than how to make my coffee. I didn't know everybody else's coffee orders. So I had to learn the whole coffee business. And it actually was a bit of a blessing for me because it helped take my mind off of what I was going through, processing, losing my craft. So we're now 3 years in, and now we've won multiple awards within the coffee community, and we have created something special here. And I just think that's because you take my attention to detail, and when I put it into something and you plop that down somewhere else, you're going to have the same result. I obsess and I get tunnel vision, and I create the best thing that I can possibly create within whatever I'm doing. And in this case, it's coffee now. Um, in a weird way, it doesn't feel like it was ever really an option for me. It felt like that decision was made for me. I don't, I never sat down and said I want to open a coffee shop one day. And here I am with a coffee shop, and it felt like I had to do it, and I didn't really have a choice because that's all I had in front of me. That was my lemons. I made the lemonade. So that's where I've been, and it's been really businessy, really business oriented, and not a lot to talk about on YouTube. But for the first time in 3 years, I'm finally getting into some creativity and being able to start doing some fun stuff. So my first project is a coffee van, which I'm working on, and I will release a video on that soon. I started recording it. It's going to be cool. It's going to be a really cool coffee van. It's a Mercedes Sprinter. It's brand new, completely empty on the inside, and I'm doing full cabinets, ceiling, walls, and an insane battery setup because my goal is I don't want to create this van to go out and sell more coffee and create larger margins and more numbers. For me, it's about the lifestyle, the branding, the creativity, the people who are involved. So it's really more about that. So I want to be able to drive this thing to Yosemite and get in the forest and bring people with me. And we're set up in the Case Study Coffee Lounge van, slide the thing open. There's a full 2-group La Marzocco GB5 espresso machine in there, Malconic grinder, and there's fridges, full operational. No generator and no power needed from an electrical panel, and the engine can be off. That is a tall order. So I've created an insane system that I've been working on. So I got to tap into my earlier DC days of electricity when I was going to automotive school, and also my AC from when I was an electrician. So it's reactivating a bunch of stuff, creativity, and really giving me a challenge because I haven't seen anybody do this before. Not to say that somebody hasn't, but I have never seen anybody, and there's not information out there on how to do this exactly. So it's just been tunnel vision again, and it's going to be really cool. I'm excited to share that with you guys. So like, comment, subscribe. look out for that video. I'm not sure when it'll be done, but I'm working on that full time. Thank you for following along on my journey, and looking forward to connect with you guys again. Bye-bye.